Welcome to Life Mastered, the podcast, where high achievers and ambitious souls come for the kind of support that fuels both inner growth and outer strength. This is your space for real tools and deep truths, for meeting life's greatest challenges with grace, resilience, and self-connection, and also expanding into your next level of purpose. I'm Molly Claire, your host, master coach, mentor, and guide, because life mastery is not about checking boxes. It's about how you meet yourself in every moment along the way. Let's get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode. I'm bringing to you an interview with Mariana Steelsmith, who is the founder of United Rocks. United Rocks is an organization put together to offer climbing opportunities for special needs climbers of all abilities and disabilities. And it is a fantastic organization that has been born of Mariana's heart and her own experience with Jake, her son who has Down syndrome. This interview came about because this last year, because I do rock climb and it's one of my favorite things to do. And this last year, I found out about United Rocks and started volunteering and working with a climber every single week. And watching what this is like, seeing all of the volunteers coming together to support the growth and help these climbers have incredible experiences has just been so phenomenal. And I was so grateful to find it, so grateful to be a part of it. And as I've learned more about Mariana and her story, I just knew that I had to bring her here. You know, this podcast is all about life mastered, right? And what does that mean? What does it mean to master life? And I go back to really, truly, the more we can be aligned with who we are and our gifts and our purpose and to bring more goodness into the world, it is a never-ending journey of life mastery and fulfillment. And Mariana's story is incredible. This organization is incredible. And I'm just thrilled to bring her here to you today. So let's go ahead and dive in. Hey, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode. I am just really excited to share with you Mariana Steelsmith today, founder of United Rocks. This is a little bit different episode than I've done in a while, but I really want to share Mariana's story with you and her mission, and I know that you're going to be inspired as, you know, to how she has taken what life brought to her and not only learned from it and grew with it, but has turned around and been able to impact other people. So all that being said, welcome to the podcast, Mariana.
Thank you so much, Molly. Excited to be here.
So nice to be here. So, and I'm going to have Mariana tell you more about this, but Mariana founded United Rocks. And what actually give us your soundbite. What do you tell people United Rocks is?
Yeah, well, United Rocks started with a dream. We have two sons. One is 24, and Gabriel's 24, and Jake is 8. It's going to be 8 in November. So we started this organization just to support Jake, like his brother had when he was growing up with Team Texas climbing and competing. And we love everything about climbing and the community. They were very supportive and encouraging him along the way. So we wanted Jake to have the same support as his brother had when he was growing up. And Jake, we didn't know he had Down syndrome when I was pregnant. So when he was born, we find out that he had Down syndrome. So we started looking for ways on what to create for him. And United Rocks came around, and we decided, let's create climbing teams for kids and adults with special needs. And this is how the dream was created in 2021.
Yeah, it's so great. So of course I love climbing, right? And that's how I found Mariana and United Rocks. I go to a climbing gym. It's one of my favorite things to do. And one day I saw a flyer about United Rocks where you can volunteer to help climbers with, you know, special needs, different disabilities. Mm-hmm. And I started going and it's such an incredible experience. And so, you know, Mariana, so I know that your older son, he was a climber. He had those experiences, yes. Right? You have Jake, and Jake has Down syndrome, and you're seeing that you would love for him to have the same experience. And
Mhm.
I believe you looked around, right, to see where's a good place for Jake, and there was nowhere that was a good place for Jake,
Yes,
right? And
exactly.
so then then what do we do, right? If we're looking for something in the world that we need that's important and it's not there, well,
We
maybe we
created.
create it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that. So you wanted to create an opportunity for Jake and others as well. And how did that all start moving forward?
Yes, so we started at I live in Dallas, so we started in North Dallas and the city called Plano. So we started with 5 climbers on 2025 just to see how it was going to be and if it was accepted or not, because nobody else was doing this. And how do
Mhm.
we promote this? Just learning and going and moving forward. And it turned out that all the parents were in tears after they started climbing, or their climbers, their participants, they never climbed before, they never been in the climbing gym. They felt like this was like their therapy. The community that we had started creating was supporting each other. The parents were talking to each other, sharing resources, and the climbers, the participants were, you seeing their confidence build up. They
Mhm.
were getting more independent. They were making friends. And the other benefits that climbing gives you, like physical strength and balance and focus and all these different benefits that climbing gives you. Plus, having this supportive, inclusive community that everybody was absolutely amazed by it. That
Yeah.
it was like, oh, okay, this was great. So now we're here now. We're
Turns
in
out this
one
was a
location.
good idea. Yeah.
I guess it was a good idea, yes.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, climbing it's such a cool experience, right? It's like there are all levels of climbing, and I know I can say for me personally, when I go climbing, it's challenging myself, right? It's the physical, the mental and emotional strength. A lot of times when I'm stuck with something in my business, I have to go to the climbing gym, right? And I'm climbing, and it's like I'm using all that energy as I'm moving up the wall, and it builds confidence. It increases self-awareness. It's just there are so many benefits. And when I think about and in a minute I'm going to have you share kind of, how it's grown and where it's gone, but I'll say I know the first time that I went to volunteer, just the various, I don't even want to say levels of ability, but the different challenges and watching that, whether someone had a pretty severe physical disability or right, whether my climber that I worked with for quite a while, he struggles to articulate, what he needs or what he wants, right? And so it's kind of like it doesn't matter if it's physical, mental, emotional, whatever the challenge is, that there's a place for these climbers to be able to build confidence and build a skill and prove to themselves that they can accomplish way more than they thought, right?
absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool experience also, in that, you mentioned the parents because, that was one of my favorite things as well because like I'm a mom at heart. I love my kids. I'm like a, supportive of, that mother-child relationship, and supporting my climber was so fun, and I loved and adored him, and connecting with his mom. And right, because that's the thing I think so oftentimes, well, I was going to say as parents of special needs kids, you can feel alone. But I actually want to say that I think as parents, it can feel really lonely because the fact is that we're all dealing with something unique with our kids, and we sometimes wonder if we're the only ones, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
If they start talking to each other, parents, and sharing, and it's just beautiful. It's like, oh, do you know this? Oh no, I didn't. Thank you for sharing. So it's just our slogan is unity with community. So we're
Yeah.
trying to transform the world just to include this special climbers, special.
Yeah. Yeah. So just painting the picture for all of you listening, right? Here Mariana is, she's a mom, she wants an opportunity for Jake. Opportunity isn't there. She says, "Okay, well, let's create it." And so this started out very small and it's grown quite a bit.
Oh, yes.
So, right? So tell us now, tell us what are the stats? What are the numbers? What does United Rocks look like now?
Yeah, so we had the grand opening in 2021, right? And we started climbing with 5 climbers in 22. And now from Texas, we have 5 locations in Texas, and now we have other 4 states that we are in right now. So we're in 5 states and 11 locations. So it just almost 4 years in this November, it just exploded. So it was like,
Yeah.
wow, this is amazing, and at the same time scary, or it's like,
Yeah.
let's go do it. Let's conquer more gyms and more states.
Yeah, yeah. And I love this community that it's created,
Yeah,
right? This
yeah.
supportive space.
Mhm.
And I believe when the climbers get harnessed, they get shoes, is that right? What, yeah. Tell
Yes.
us about that. So if someone comes and they want to be a part of United Rocks, what does that look like for someone who wants to be a climber?
Okay, yes, absolutely. So you come and try for a month and see if it's a good fit for your family, because sometimes they come and the climbers, as much as you want to try and keep on coming, and sometimes it's not for them. So, but the ones that they want to stay and keep on climbing, after a certain amount of times, a certain amount of months climbing with us, we will give you your harness, your shoes, your climbing gear, everything, your backpack, everything that you need for climbing, and just to be part of the team, your team t-shirt with your logo, your name on the back, a jacket, a backpack. Yeah, so everything is
So awesome.
covered. And then, yeah, if that's what we're going to, it's just
Yeah.
being accepted and just having all the gear so you can climb comfortably in your own things.
Yeah, yeah. And it's that being a part of the team, right? Because like your older son, he was a part of the team and just so what a cool thing, right? It's not only climbing and have the support to climb, but being a part of a team,
Mhm.
having community.
Yes.
Mm.
And the good thing about rock climbing is that it's an individual sport because you're climbing by yourself, right? But it's also a team sport because you have to, communicate and have friends within the team and just create those connections as well.
Yeah, yeah. And I know, some of the events that I've been to, Climb Fest this year, I was able to go with my daughter, which was so fun. And so we were both there supporting climbers. And then, of course, the Masquerade Ball, which was really cool. Tell us a little bit about that because I mean, it was such an incredible event. And to think that this all came from you wanting to create something for Jake and others, and then to see this event that was, I mean, it was incredible. It was so robust, right? The music, the decorations, the auction, and to raise money. So tell us about it. It
Oh
was
my goodness.
fantastic. It was so fun to be a part of it.
Yes, this was our first gala, so it was a lot of work. We didn't know how much work it was going to be, but it turned out really awesome. We have a lot of support from the sponsors, the chefs, ICF chefs, and it was donated everything from them, so it was great. The food was amazing. And
Mhm.
we have the sponsorship, the donors, the table sales. It turned out amazing. I mean, you
Mhm.
was there. You
Mhm.
were there, so that was amazing. So yes, we're planning to do more events like this one. Maybe not in Dallas, but we're gonna switch it out to the different states that we are. So
Yeah.
just we're looking at Colorado next year, maybe. So
Mhm.
we're doing the event over there in for Climb Fest. So we did Climb Fest just to the first time we did it was last year, and just to see create like a competition, but we didn't call it competition because some of the climbers don't want to compete. So
Mhm.
it was a fun event. It was because we did it in Dallas. We have the most teams here, so we bring the 5 teams and just climb for one day for 2 hours, and just they have a scorecard. They have the routes are numbered, so you can pick your route, and the higher you go, the more points you get. And then, at the end, they will get some ribbons. And it was a fun competition event in fundraising as well. We had some silent auction, we had some raffle items, we have bake sale, we have vendors coming in. So it was last year we did it for the first time, and it was great, and everybody loved it. I was like, okay, this is going to be our signature event for fundraising, and it's fun, and everybody loves it. So as we grow in different regions, we're going to have the same Climb Fest in every region as well.
Yeah. It was such a great event because, so if you all listening, if you can imagine, so on Sundays, each different climbing gym location has climbing practice for a couple of hours, right? And so, for me, if I'm going to volunteer, I'm there, I am, I have a climber on the wall and I'm belaying him, right? And so you're able to have them challenge themselves, right? And they can do the routes that are comfortable, and it's just really cool. So this happens every week, and then Climb Fest was where all of the different locations came together. This one location, the one I was at this year, was in Plano, Texas,
Yes.
right? The Plano gym, and all the climbers come, and I just remember everyone being so excited to be a part of it, and it is so beautiful because it's an experience for each of the climbers to decide what routes they want to do, how much they want to challenge themselves, right? They have their own scorecard, but they're not competing with other people. But it was just it's such a fun energy, and again, just thinking about what a cool experience that all of these climbers know everyone's here to support me. Everyone's cheering me on and excited to see me succeed.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you were there.
I was there. I know I was there. So my daughter and I, we didn't see much of each other. Usually we would be close together when we volunteer, but we were apart. But it was just such a cool event. And just seeing how thrilled all of the climbers are with their progress.
Yes. And just at the end, giving the little ribbon, take pictures, get on the podium, take some pictures. Like everybody's so excited just to get that ribbon.
I know. It's so much fun. So I love this. So kind of backing up, right? So as you're all listening, you know what it's like as a climber. And at the end, of course, I'll have Mariana tell us where you can, find her and find out more about United Rocks, support the cause, right? As sponsors or whatever. But as a volunteer, if there is a United Rocks active, right, location where you are, it really is just a matter of submitting your paperwork, right? Having them, kind of make sure that you would be a good fit. And then you just get to go and support a climber each week, sometimes the same, sometimes different, but it's just a really, really fantastic opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell us, where, if someone's listening to this and they want to find you, they want to find out if this is near them or if it can come to them, what's the best way for them to connect with you and find out more about it?
Yeah, they can go to the website. It's pretty easy to navigate, unitedrocks.org, and you can read all information about us. And then if you want to volunteer, there's a volunteer page that you can just fill the form. We're automating all the emails now, so people don't have to send you individual emails. So that's great. So you will get all the information there. And just, if you're a climber already, you already know how to belay, how to pull the ropes, and then just show up on the next practice that we have. And we are right now in Texas, Colorado, California, Virginia, and Maryland. So.
And more to come.
Yes.
For sure. Yes. Yes. So awesome. So, and we'll have all of this information in the show notes, but Mariana, where do you, when you think about your vision of what you would like to see from here, what is that? What do you imagine?
Well, we have two major goals. Well, three actually. The first one is to, of course, conquer the U.S. We want to be in every single gym in the USA that they have top rope. That's the only category the only discipline that we're climbing right now. And then once we get to that, we want to introduce the sport into Special Olympics, because right now they don't offer climbing. So we want to have be partnered with Special Olympics and just have the new sport introduced. And then also once we have all the US, then we go international because I'm from South America. I'm from Peru, from Lima.
Mm-hmm.
So we already started conversations over there with people just to, look for land. And we want to build a nice gym for everybody to climb. So, and then we've been invited to several different countries to go there and just to start the program. I was like, okay, one second, let me do the US first, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So a couple more questions before we finish up. I'd love to know what's been the best part about all of this for you, or just maybe some of the highlights.
Oh my gosh.
I know, such a big question, right?
It's what I will say, you're gonna make me cry now. Just seeing the climbers, just seeing the parents, the climbers, just because I go to expansion events and then I come back and then say we rotate different locations in the Dallas area. So I go to a gym that haven't been there for a while and see somebody like, scaling the walls like nothing. And what left them was maybe he was just afraid of climbing, or they were just swinging for a couple months, and then that was all they were doing. And when I go back and see that, I was like, I'm just falling. I'm just crying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the parents talking to me, and they're so excited about this opportunity. They so thankful for me, for us to create this for their kids, their adults, because, like, I don't know if some of the people that they don't have, some of the parents that they don't have kids with disabilities, sometimes it's very hard to find friends for them because some of them, they're nonverbal, they can communicate, they're not patient, or any different reasons, right? So but with this, what we have created is just, you can make friends anywhere, especially we do the Climb Fest, you can see different friends that you never met before. So that's for me, that's just totally worth it.
It's everything.
It's amazing. Yeah.
And I think watching the pride and the confidence and just building them up in their own self-esteem, right? Their self-concept.
Yes. Challenging themselves. Just another climber talking to another climber. I was like, yeah, maybe you should do this, and just, advising them on how to climb. That's just like, wow. Okay.
It's the best. I know. I love that when they're like encouraging them and it's really fantastic. And, I know some of the things that we do is like, maybe we put like a stuffed animal, a certain, a certain distance up the wall, so they have that encouragement, or using those little, like the pointer lights, right? The laser pointers. And it's really incredible.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I would love for you to share. If someone's listening to this and maybe they've had a little idea of something they feel called to do to make a difference, to move forward, but they're maybe doubting, what would you say to them?
Oh, please just, if you need any advice or anything like that, first of all, you can call me if you have any questions, right? My cell phone is on the website, and just, make your dream come true. It doesn't matter what it is. If you have an idea, just go for it. It's going to be scary, but just go for it, and just surround yourself by other people that know more about what you're doing, so you can have people that helps you in growing.
Yes. Yeah. Right. You don't have to know it all.
Yes.
Find the people that know, somebody knows, and surrounding yourself with people who believe in what you're doing, right? And want to see you succeed. It goes back to that sense of community and team.
Yes, definitely.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you'd like to share before we finish?
Well, thank you, Molly, for this opportunity. And and whoever is listening, please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at all. I don't know everything, but I can help you in some way. Yeah. Just please reach out.
So awesome. Thank you. And you got to follow United Rocks on social media, Instagram and Facebook. It's so fun to see the pictures of the climbs that are going on and the new expansion and the events. It's the best. So everyone should definitely go and follow United Rocks. And thank you so much, Mariana, for all that you do and for your time today.
Thank you, Molly. Thank you
to be with you. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here, and I'll talk with you next week. Thanks for being here and for investing this time in you. Keep showing up. Keep meeting yourself with compassion. That's truly what Life Mastery is all about. If you loved this episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And I would be honored if you would take the time to leave me a review. This ensures that this important work will get in the hands of more people. And if you're ready to take this work deeper, join me at mollyclaire.com where you can find all of the ways we can work together. I'll talk with you next week.